Good afternoon. I'm Amy Rush-Imber, Editor-in-Chief of Floor Covering Weekly, and this is our GreenStep 2020 Virtual Awards Program. And today we are welcoming Shaw Industries. GreenStep has been honoring, recognizing, and celebrating the great efforts and investments the floor covering industry has been making to be sustainably smart for a dozen years now. And I also want to recognize our panel of judges. We look to the association heads across all the product categories, really to keep this a very high level of an honor, so that you know that their deep knowledge of different products and processes were very much a part of the decision making. And today we welcome the Shaw attendees. Shaw's won 5 awards, so congratulations. And today we have with us Susan Farris, Vice President, Sustainability and Corporate Communications, Deanna Mathis, Director of Community Outreach and Corporate Giving, Kellie Ballew, Director of Sustainability for Commercial, Troy Virgo, Director of Sustainability for Residential, Matthew Gallegly, Director of Operations and Marketing, Specialty Markets. From FCW, we have Mallory Cruz-McGrath, Managing Editor, and Morgan Bullman, Associate Editor and our resident sustainability guru. Congratulations, Shaw, for winning this year's GreenStep International Award. This year marks the third year that we've had this award, and it was really about understanding that companies are having a sustainable impact around the world. GreenStep International recognizes these sustainable efforts happening all around the globe. Shaw's making a global impact through material health optimization. The company's European team, including its carpet tile manufacturing operations in Scotland, carry out Shaw's commitment to material health, not only in the company's operations, but also by collaborating with companies throughout the region to inspire concrete progress. Through its participation and leadership in the ChemSec business group, Shaw offers its experience with product and process optimization using cradle-to-cradle principles around material health as a guidepost. Since it began in 2004, the group has served its participants, all engaged in sustainability issues, to meet, discuss, and achieve a greater understanding of the challenges they each experience in terms of chemical policies and management. So congratulations to Shaw Industries as the 2020 GreenStep International winner. Well done. Shaw is also here to accept the award for the GreenStep People Award. Now, People is also a new category that we created in 2018, and it was in direct response to the mission of so many flooring companies to put focus on its associates, the communities, and a commitment to overall health and wellness. Shaw Industries is being awarded the GreenStep People for its response to the unprecedented circumstances brought on by COVID-19 and impacting every aspect of everyday life. Shaw Industries has exhibited its ongoing commitment to supporting associates and their families, customers, and the communities in which it operates. Shaw Team continues to work diligently to make and deliver flooring products for critical shelter and infrastructure needs, including meeting tight deadlines for flooring needed temporarily in medical facilities such as those in Reno, Nevada and New York City, and thank you for that. Additionally, Shaw's people applied their innovation, ingenuity, and compassion to meet the current evolving community needs, including continuously exploring how the company can apply its skills and physical assets for new purposes. Your efforts included providing face shields and N95 masks, developing hand sanitizers, and more. Shaw epitomizes the GreenStep People Award. Congratulations, and thank you so much from all of us for all that you did during this period of time. Congratulations.
Congratulations on also being this year's GreenStep Pinnacle Award honoree. Pinnacle honors those in the floor covering industry that are cutting new paths and leading the way. And this is an award that Shaw has been recognized for throughout GreenStep's history. Shaw has been sharply focused on the ingredients that go into its products and the impacts of sound, moisture, and other design elements on people. Shaw delves into how its products impact the human experience in addition to addressing global challenges like climate change and ocean plastics. Shaw's approach to sustainability is all about people and the planet. Your commitment to creating nurturing habitats is what earned you this year's Pinnacle Award honoree. Congratulations.
Yay!
You're also this year's GreenStep Promotion honoree. And the goal of GreenStep has always been to recognize the many great efforts the floor covering industry makes around sustainability and its ability to promote it. This award is about companies actively promoting all facets of sustainability. Shaw Industries' Sustained Human Ability Leadership Recognition Program, created to recognize diverse organizations intently focused on sustainable products and initiatives in support of the well-being of people on the planet, explores what is driving these organizations' varied efforts, the challenges they faced, keys to success, and what's on the horizon. Congratulations for this inclusive effort that recognizes no one entity can tackle the complex global challenges alone. Congratulations. Yay! And Shaw Industries is also this year's GreenStep Product honoree. And product has been a core element of the GreenStep program since the beginning. But the demands in that space have changed and increased, bringing on a whole new level of innovation. And Shaw brings comfort to the trade show floor. In 2019, Shaw Industries introduced an innovative, sustainable, soft floor covering designed for the expo and trade show market, COMFOR. Designed for people and the planet, the product known as COMFOR stands to revolutionize the US expo flooring market. This innovative new product is softer underfoot than typical expo carpets used to service the US trade show market today, enhancing the experience for attendees and exhibitors who spend tremendous amounts of time on their feet. Congratulations on the creation of COMFOR and the 2020 GreenStep Product honoree.
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congrats.
As we've mentioned, Shaw is no stranger to this program, and I think probably over the 12 years, you've won in every category and often multiple categories. How has data sustainability played a part in your corporate strategy, and how has it evolved over the years?
Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much for the recognition and the long-term partnership that we have. So as with most businesses, today our business is unrecognizable from its beginning more than 50 years ago. So not surprisingly, our focus on sustainability has evolved during that time as well. So we see sustainability as an enabler to creating a competitive advantage in the marketplace, and that's how we approach it every day and in the decisions that we make. So our approach has continued to evolve beyond the traditional environmental indicators such as energy, water, recycled content. But one thing that has remained consistent for over 20 years is our focus on material health in alignment with the cradle-to-cradle principles. Today, that is more important than ever as people spend on average 90% of their time indoors. So the spaces where we live and work have a significant impact on our well-being. So as you mentioned earlier, we have expanded our focus beyond just the materials that go into our products, where today we also want to understand other impacts on people, such as sound, moisture, and design elements. But all the while, we also can't lose sight of the global challenges, such as climate change and ocean plastics, and our ability to impact those. So for Shaw, sustainability is about people, and it's about the planet. If you think about the puzzle cube that many of us played with as children, while we're focused on most intently on one side of the cube, or in our case, the aspect of sustainability where we can have the greatest impact, we can't focus on only one side of the cube, or the rest will be irrevocably scrambled. So at Shaw, we're carefully focusing on where we can have the most impact while not losing sight of the other important aspects of our sustainability work where we can contribute to overall change.
Thank you. Also, as we mentioned, this year you won an award for international, for people, for Pinnacle, Promotion, Product. Can you talk a little bit about how sustainability touches each part of your own business?
Thank you, Amy. Absolutely. And we are so very honored to be recognized in so many categories. And you can see from the diversity of those entries, as well as the diversity of our team on this call, sustainability truly touches all parts of our business. And it sometimes looks different business segment to business segment or department to department. And that's intentional at Shaw. In particular, our focus on the human experience our products can help create in space resonates throughout our business. I'm primarily focused on the commercial side of our business, so I'll speak to that. Sustainable building programs and design standards have evolved in recent years to include human health factors such as material health, indoor air quality, acoustics, and many others alongside those traditional building performance metrics. And new commercial building certification standards have emerged, like WELL, that are genuinely focused on the impact buildings have on the people that occupy those buildings, as well as the planet. Where LEED has historically been focused on designing beautiful, sustainable buildings that reduce energy usage and lower operating costs, I would say programs like WELL and FitWell and to some degree the Living Building Challenge are focused on the occupant experience in those buildings. And in LEED 4.1, almost 71% of the available credits are now designed to positively impact public health. And why is this trend so pervasive, this human health trend? And there are really clear metrics about productivity improvement, talent attraction and retention, attendance, and we'll call it even presenteeism, when people work in buildings that are focused on their experience in that building. It's why we at Shaw are focused on product human impact and how flooring plays a role. And so Troy, I'd love to share my time and have you share the residential perspective on how sustainability matters to that part of our business as well.
Thanks, Kelly. Yes, certainly. As Susan mentioned it at the top, you know, we now spend 90% of our time indoors. Essentially, we've become an indoor species. And we've been highlighting that over the year, and particularly on the residential side, the fact that 70% of that time is spent at home. And that was pre-COVID. And since the global pandemic hit and all of us sort of were sent home and our homes became our offices, our gyms, and even our schools for those of us with small kids, the fact that we're spending so much time at home in our closed spaces has only accelerated our interest in healthy homes. And so to that point, you know, we've been tracking healthy home trends for well over a year now. And we've sort of collected all of our knowledge around this topic. And we launched an initiative earlier this year, just a few months ago, called Made Smarter, Live Better. This initiative is intended to help educate consumers on exactly how can flooring contribute to a healthy home, and to help them make more informed decisions when it comes time to choose a flooring product, be it that they're driven by indoor air quality concerns, material health concerns, sound, moisture, or if they're just truly interested in, you know, the traditional design elements of beauty, performance, and function. And we see it, so to your point, Kelly, you know, we clearly see this trend on the residential side, as well as what you highlighted on the commercial side, but it's really across all the markets serviced by Shaw. So Matt, could you tell us a little bit about how sustainability, health, and wellness is incorporated in Shaw's most diverse business unit?
Yeah, thanks, Troy. At Shaw, our Specialty Markets division sells into multiple markets that include, but are not limited to, the RV industry, manufactured housing, industrial fabrics, and the trade show marketplace. Shaw's commitment to sustainability is foundational, irregardless of the market that we are serving. Oftentimes, the greatest innovation occurs where two markets or products collide. The confluence of our non-woven technical knowledge with the desire to innovate for the trade show market produced COMFOR. And Mallory's points in the introduction of the category earlier, it was really created to enhance the experience for attendees and exhibitors who spend a tremendous amount of time on their feet, at least in a pre-COVID world. Thus the name COMFOR. Some of you may have seen the script for the cube over the R. Rings true because the product is made with a significant percentage of recycled PET content. COMFOR reduces the use of virgin materials by possessing the ability to incorporate both post-consumer and post-industrial recycled content. The product cleans easily and maintains its beauty. Therefore, it can be reused multiple times. And once it's ready to be replaced, it was 100% recyclable. The cradle-to-cradle bronze product has been assessed for material health, material reuse, renewable energy, carbon management, water stewardship, and social fairness. And while the trade show market is experiencing tremendous disruption amid COVID-19, we anticipate that the focus on people and the planet could be more important than ever when in-person events return. This innovation has showcased the opportunity to create sustainable products in all parts of Shaw's portfolio. As the markets that we serve continue to grow and evolve, so should we. COMFOR is the objective evidence of this evolution. We are proud to be presented as an honoree and look forward to continuing to innovate with sustainability front of mind.
Thank you. Can you also talk about, you have a nice international footprint and the sustainability efforts that you've brought outside the US and also things you may have learned overseas that you've implemented?
Yeah, thanks, Amy. In addition to our expansive footprint here in the United States, Shaw operates carpet tile manufacturing facilities in Scotland and China. And we also have salespeople, offices, and showrooms around the world in places like Australia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, China, France, India, Mexico, Singapore, the UAE, and the UK. So those are definitely on my list to try to visit our Shaw sites there when the time is right. Our commitment, though, is that no matter where or by whom our products or ingredients are made, it's held to the same high standards we hold ourselves here in the US. And that includes our longstanding commitment in putting people at the center of what we do. And product human impact is what sets Shaw apart wherever we operate and sell our beautiful flooring products. And with that said, we're careful to listen to local market needs. And that's a key part of international. And really listening to those nuances that ensure we're taking a customer-centric approach and that we're gathering market insights from our stakeholders to understand what's on the horizon. And that's true regardless of what region we're talking about. That includes participation and leadership in organizations like the ChemSec Business Group, for which we're being honored with the GreenStep Award today. Our ChemSec engagement has been so important to connect with and collaborate with other sustainability-minded brands like Apple and Lego, IKEA, H&M, and others that are outside the flooring industry. And they've brought their experience and their knowledge, and we've brought our experience and knowledge from the flooring industry to advance a collective progress towards eliminating chemicals of concern in products. And in particular, that ChemSec Business Group is working together to share those best practices around eliminating endocrine disrupting chemicals in particular in all of those sectors, not just flooring. And it's been critical to Shaw's global success that those insights are brought back to share across our organization to help determine what's a mega trend. Not just what's a regional relevant trend, but what's a mega trend that we need to respond to, or something that we need to incorporate in that enterprise-wide strategy and approach, versus what is that regional nuance that we need to really address locally. There have been countless ideas and innovations, big and small, shared across borders that have made us a much better organization.
Thank you, Kellie. My final question is probably, I think, the one that is closest to all of our hearts right now during this crazy time that we're living in. Your people entry really resonated with the judges, with all of us as well. Can you talk about the company's ability to pivot so quickly and swiftly address the current and critical situation, and talk us through how it came about, how you were able to accomplish it.
Absolutely, I'll take that one. The global pandemic really presented Shaw and honestly all of us with situations that we have never encountered before. But as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. So without prompting, our people came forward and applied their innovation, their ingenuity, and quite honestly, their compassion for the community to meet evolving needs for both our customers and our community. We're always exploring how our company can use its skills and its assets for new purposes to help the greater community. So kind of recapping as I was thinking about this question, I'd say there are really three things that are the keys that allowed us to make both an immediate and an ongoing impact. The first of which being really understanding our customers' needs, whether that's a customer in the traditional sense or one of our community organizations that may need our help in a different way. We really sought to understand first before we jumped in to respond. Number two, always asking what if and how might we. That's really fundamental to our approach to innovation in both our business and how our team members kind of approach new problems and figure out creative ways to meet these challenging circumstances. How might we help our community in this situation? How might we help our customers? So, I mean, we came up with some really creative solutions, like creating a retailer playbook to help our specialty retailers respond to challenging times, or finding ways to meet those really tight deadlines for flooring needs that were needed in temporary medical facilities in both New York and Reno. I mean, our people jumped in and said, what can I do? And they did everything possible to get those turned as quickly as possible. And finally, number three is really leaning into our culture. Really, our culture puts people at the heart of everything that we do. And without that fundamental commitment to people, we couldn't have pivoted so quickly. Our people brought these ideas to us and said, I have this great idea of how I can help. Can you support me in doing it? And we said, absolutely, let's do it. So that's kind of why you saw us in so many different areas helping during the pandemic, is our people had these great ideas and brought them forward. So how we responded is maybe new, but our focus on doing the right thing by people is not new at all. So just to recap some of the things we did during the pandemic, we 3D printed face shields that we donated to healthcare facilities in not only Northwest Georgia, but we had an outpost in Rochester, New York, and Sao Paulo, Brazil. We engaged associates across the US. They were sewing handmade cloth masks from their homes, which not only helped our community organizations that needed those cloth masks, but also engaged our associates in supporting the community so they could do something and feel very engaged in that process. And we continue to make our own hand sanitizer in our facilities and donate that to local organizations in need as well. And most recently, we actually had the opportunity to leverage our distribution network. Our local schools approached us and said, hey, we've got all this PPE and safety equipment. How can you help us get it to the areas where it's needed? So we went down to South Georgia and picked up some loads of equipment and distributed it to all the schools in our Northwest Georgia region. So they could safely return to school in August. Our local schools here actually started to school this week, so they're using that equipment now. And we rolled out the red carpet quite literally at some of our local hospitals to celebrate and support our frontline workers that have been heroes in this pandemic. And we also, in the produce business, you look at the farmers in Georgia and how their supply chains have been disrupted with restaurant closures and things of that nature. We jumped in to help with a Georgia Grown to Go program that actually made produce boxes and distributed them in the local community. So not only did we support the farmers and their supply chains, we also offered our associates some very deep discounts on some fresh Georgia produce. So, and we continue to look for different ways to engage. That's just kind of some of the top ones that we helped with during the pandemic and continue to do. But really, as a company, we really share that vision to create a better future for our customers, for our company, for our people, and for our communities. And we're truly honored to be recognized for our efforts. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. You all really, truly, 5 awards, all of them have a lot of heart in them, business acumen, but a lot of heart. So thank you for sharing all of your efforts with us. Is there anything else that that we didn't cover that you'd like to share? We're all good. Well, thank you so much for spending time this afternoon with us. We appreciate you taking out the time. We would have loved to have done this in person with all of you, but it was really great to hear from each of you sort of the backstory behind the entries. And again, congratulations so much for all 5 GreenStep 2020 awards. Thank you.
Good.
You.
Thank you so much.